Good evening, my dears. Welcome back to Somnium. Hello, dear. How are you? Let me find your voice. Hold on.
How was your weekend?
There we go. Oh, I had a very cozy weekend. Thank you for asking. How was yours? I was thinking about how you were saying that you had vacation, and I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if it ended
Good, smiley face.
last week or this week. I don't know why the bot wants to delete your smiley face messages. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's okay. But I'm glad that you had a good weekend. It feels like it kind of rolled into today. I don't exactly. I guess I kind of don't feel like the weekend is over in a way. Um, Maybe my day has just been so relaxing that mm, I feel like it's just stayed and
No, my
carried
vacation
over.
starts now. I just
Oh,
had the rest of last week off, from Wednesday.
oh, you have such a long vacation then. I hope you enjoy your holiday. Do you plan on doing anything particularly special, or are you just taking the time for yourself? My tea is always too
Nothing
hot
other
to
than that
brew. Er,
video.
oh, did you listen any further without me? We're actually, so I guess I should take a moment to let's take care of some Somnium
No.
archive. Let's take care of some Somnium archive order of businesses. So this week we will only have broadcast Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then I will be back here next Monday. And then we will stream every day next week. But this week we only will have 3 streams. And then today we're going to try to finish um, Whisper
Then
in
you also take
Darkness.
vacation XD.
I am going to not break your immersion experience, but I do have some business that I need to take care of in Somnium, so I will be away, but never away from my dream siren duties. And I will tell you why in just a moment. So, today we're going to continue with our reading of The Whisper in Darkness, a Lovecraftian tale. And tomorrow, oh, what did I put on the schedule for tomorrow? Tomorrow is just going to be a cozy Zatsu. We're not going to have anything in particular, but I will have one question that will be sort of like a thinking prompt. And I want to start doing those once a week, having one question that is not necessarily a challenge, but it's something to cause you to ponder a little bit more, because pondering is really great for dreaming. So I want my dreamers to ponder and sort of explore where your mind takes you with these questions that I have. And then Wednesday, I will do part reading and then part Zatsudan. So that way we have our dreamy time together to hang out and reading, but our our cozy time hanging out is going to be listening to the Magnus Archive. So we will get back to the Magnus Archive Wednesday this week. And I will probably have to look at what time I'm going to start, and I'll put all of that on my webpage. But we're going to try to watch as many of them as we can. And then I will have a short reading like we did last time, somewhere probably around 2 hours. We'll have a very short reading and then get back to the Magnus Archive. So that is our schedule this week. So reading today, tomorrow is just going to be Satsudan, just hang out and ponder together to help activate the possibilities in your mind of how you can achieve your dreams more, how can you open your mind more. And Wednesday will be the Magnus Archive along with a short reading. So that will be our week. I also, before I tell you why I'll never be away from you, even though I'm away, I want to welcome in the new dreamers who have found their way here into our cozy corner. Welcome to Somnium Dreamers. That is what I call my fans. And this this little bunny here is your representative. This is Luminaris, or Lumi when he's in his more adorable form. And I just want to say that I am so very happy that many of you have found yourself here over the past week. And again, like our little our little cloud in the corner, it's such a sweet thing to see that number rise, to know that your dream siren is having,
We
a
are
real.
cute.
You all are adorable. Very adorable. But it's very heartwarming for me to know that we are growing our reach into the world, not just into the dream realm. And again, as a dream siren, my duty is to help encourage people to obtain their dreams, to help people think out of the box. It's more than just you can do anything that you put your mind to. It really is any questions that people might have about, well, I feel maybe this might be too big for me, and I don't know if it's something that I can accomplish, or maybe someone feels, I don't have the edge that other people have in this field and they're feeling discouraged about it. My job is to help give a boost, guidance, comfort towards any of those things because everyone has something that this world needs. And you should never feel that you should not try to strive for something just because someone else is doing it or a field might be saturated. Maybe you just need to look at it from a different perspective or have someone go over it again in your mind. Sometimes we hold a lot of our dreams inside of our mind and our heart, and to ourselves, we're like, this seems really dumb. And we're mean to ourselves about it, right? But when you sit down and you talk to someone who not only is encouraging about it, but also might be more of sort of like a life coach to say, like, hey, well, you have this skill here. So what if we pair these things together? And it helps you to broaden your view and say, oh man, I didn't even think about that before. So it's really a fun way to not go it alone on the road. I'm always here for you. So if you ever need me, you can write my marshmallow or the thing that I'm going to introduce tonight. You can touch the pulse of Somnium, literally. By downloading this app, it's our personal app that we will share together. It'll be my sweet whisper between me and my dreamers. And if you check the description box, the name of the application is called Pulse, and it is literally a direct application just between me and my dreamers. Every month, I will release an access code that you will input into the app to be able to see private messages from me. Almost think of it like a Patreon. Since we don't have paid memberships here, this is a special something that I want to share between you all and myself. So look forward to pictures, short poetry, my sweet midnight thoughts when I'm in the realm managing the archive of dreams and nightmares. Maybe something will come to mind that will be a little bit of encouragement, or sometimes it'll just be me saying hello because I miss you all. So please check out the description box again. The application is Pulse, and it is just between us. Let me get the access code, actually. Give me just a second. I should I should have put it in the description for tonight. Well, not the description for tonight. Our agenda that scrolls at the top of the screen to tell everybody what's going on. So the access code, and this is just for the month of March. This will change in April. So what day is it? In 2 days, there will be a new access code. But the access code for March is 1223 4730. Again, that access code is 1223 4730. And a new code will be generated each month, so remember to come back, and if you forget it or you lose it, just let me know and I will give it to you again. Oh, what is making our...
On App Store?
No, you actually just go down to the description of the YouTube, today's YouTube video, and the link is right there directly in the description box. Hold on, let me see. I will post it in the chat.
URL.
There you go. So that is the special connection. It is our whispering tether together. And yeah, I will send special messages there that will not be posted anywhere else. So it's very exclusive just to us, and I think that that's very sweet. I also forgot to grab water. I just grabbed a bunch of tea, of course. I'm having mint tea this evening because it's been a very dreary day here. So I'm going to grab water really quickly and then we will start our reading in just a moment. So please take a moment and gather anything that you need. Again, we're going to be reading or continuing with The Whisperer in Darkness. We are at chapter 5 and we will read until my voice gives out. So make sure that you have everything that you need. If you need to go ahead and turn down your lights or your screen brightness, adjust your volume, get your warm blanket and stuffy, or just allow yourself to be comfortable to the sound of my voice. Alright, let me grab water.
I bought orange juice.
Orange juice sounds really great. You don't just have cold water tonight. Alright.
Ice cold orange juice.
You like cold drinks a lot, don't you? Alright. I'm going to take your sweet voice away so that we can begin a reading.
The body get warm from warm drink. Guess I'm just cold-blooded.
Are you cold-blooded? No. No. It's okay. Hopefully we can warm you up with our cozy vibes and spooky, terrifying readings. Actually, I wonder. Well, no, yeah, being scared would seem to make you more warm because your heart races more. You're like, mm, I forgot. forgot to post the broadcast. Hold on. All right. Let us begin. On with our tales and horror. Again, we are reading The Whisperer in Darkness, a Lovecraftian tale, and we are at chapter 5. Then, apparently crossing my incoherent note and reaching me Saturday afternoon, September 8th, came that curiously different and calming letter, neatly typed on a new machine. That strange letter of reassurance and invitation, which must have marked so so prodigious a transition in the whole nightmare drama of the lonely hills. Again, I will quote from memory, seeking for special reasons to preserve as much of the flavor of the style as I can. It was postmarked Bellows Falls, and the signature as well as the body of the letter was typed, as is frequent with beginners in typing. The text, though, was marvelously accurate for a tyro's work, and I concluded that Akeley must have used a machine at some previous period, perhaps in college. To say that the letter relieved me would be only fair, yet beneath my relief lay a substratum of uneasiness. If Ackley had been sane in his terror, was he now sane in his deliverance? And the sort of improved rapport mentioned, what was it? The entire thing applied such a diametrical reversal of Ackley's previous attitude. But here is the substance of the text, carefully transcribed from a memory in which I take some pride. Townsend, Vermont, Thursday, September 6th, 1928. My dear Vermont, it gives me great pleasure to be able to set you at rest regarding all the silly things I've been writing to you. I say silly, although by that I mean my frightened attitude rather than my descriptions of certain phenomena. Those phenomena are real and important enough. My mistake had been in establishing an anomalous attitude towards them. I think I mentioned that my strange visitors were beginning to communicate with me, and to attempt such communication. Last night, this exchange of speech became actual. In response to certain signals, I admitted to the house a messenger from those outside, a fellow human. Let me hasten to say, he told me much that neither you nor I had even begun to guess, and showed clearly how totally we had misjudged and misinterpreted the purpose of the Outer Ones in maintaining their secret colony on this planet. It seems that the evil legends about what they have offered to men and what they wish in connection with the earth are wholly the result of an ignorant misconception of allegorical speech. Speech, of course, modeled by cultural backgrounds and thought habits vastly different from anything we dream of. My own conjunctures, I freely own, shoot as widely past the mark as any of the guesses of illiterate farmers and savage Indians. What I had thought morbid and shameful and ignominious is in reality awesome and mind-expanding and even glorious. My previous estimate being merely a phrase of man's eternal tendency to hate and fear and shrink from utterly different. Now, I regret the harm I have inflicted upon those alien and incredible beings in the course of our nightly skirmishes. If only I had consented to talk peacefully and reasonably with them in the first place. But they bear me no grudge, their emotions being organized very differently from ours. It is their misfortune to have had, as their human agents in Vermont, some very inferior specimen, the late Walter Brown, for example. He prejudiced me vastly against them. Actually, they have never knowingly harmed men, but have often been cruelly wronged and spied upon by our species. There is a whole secret cult of evil men. A man of your mystical erudition will understand me when I link them with Hauster and the yellow sign. Devoted to the purpose of tracking them down and injuring them on behalf of monstrous powers from other dimensions. It is against these aggressors, not against normal humanity, that the drastic precautions of the Outer Ones are directed. Incidentally, I learned that many of our lost letters were stolen not by the Outer Ones, but by the emissaries of this malign coat. All that the other ones wish of man is peace and non-molestation and an increasing intellectual rapport. This latter is absolutely necessary now that our inventions and devices are expanding our knowledge and motion, and making it more and more impossible for the Outer One's necessary outpost to exist secretly on this planet. The alien beings desire to know mankind more fully, and to have a few of mankind's philosophic and scientific leaders know more about them. With such an exchange of knowledge, all peril will pass and a satisfactory modus vivendi be established. The very idea of any attempt to enslave or degrade mankind is ridiculous. As a beginning of this improved rapport, the Outer Ones have naturally chosen me, whose knowledge of them is already so considerable, as their primary interpreter on Earth. Much was told me last night, facts of the most stupendous in vista, opening nature, and more will subsequently communicated to me both orally and in writing. I shall not be called upon to make any trips outside just yet, though I shall probably wish to do so later on, employing special means and transcending everything which we have hitherto been accustomed to, regarded as human experience. My house will be besieged no longer. Everything has reverted to normal, and the dogs will have no further occupation. In place of terror, I have been given a rich boon of knowledge and intellectual adventure which few other mortals have ever shared. The outer beings are perhaps the most marvelous organic thing in or beyond all space and time, members of a cosmic-wide race of which all other life forms are merely degenerate variants. They are more vegetable than animal, if these terms can be applied to the sort of matter composing them, and have a somewhat fungoid structure, though the presence of a chlorophyll-like substance and a very singular nutritive system differentiate them altogether from true cormorphic fungi. Indeed, the type is composed of a form of matter totally alien to our part of space, with electrons having a wholly different vibration rate. That is why the beings cannot be photographed on the ordinary camera film, and plates of our known universe, even though our eyes can see them. With proper knowledge, however, any good chemist could make a photographic emulsion which would record their images. The genus is unique in its ability to traverse the heatless and airless interstellar void in full corporeal form, and some of its variants cannot do this without mechanical aid or curious surgical transpositions. Only a few species have the ether-resisting wings, characteristic of the Vermont variety. Those inhabiting certain remote peaks in the Old World were brought in other ways. Their external resemblance to animal life and to the sort of structure we understand as material is a matter of parallel evolution rather than of close kinship. Their brain capacity exceeds that of any other surviving life form, although the wing types of our hill country are by no means the most highly developed. Telepathy is their usual means of discourse, though we have rudimentary vocal organs which, after a slight operation, for surgery is an incredibly expert and everyday thing among them, can roughly duplicate the speech of such types of organisms as still use speech. Their main immediate abode is a still undiscovered and almost lightless planet at the very edge of our solar system, beyond Neptune, and in the ninth and distant from the Sun. It is, as we have inferred, the object mystically hinted at as Yuggoth in certain ancient and forbidden writings. And it will soon be the scene of a strange focusing of thought upon our world in an effort to facilitate mental rapport. I would not be surprised if astronomers... Hello, dear. Oh, I forgot to remove your voices as well. Oh, no, I did. How are you doing? To over 9,000. Um. Oh. In certain ancient and forbidden writings, and it will soon be the scene of a strange focus of thought upon our world in an effort to facilitate mental rapport. I would not be surprised if astronomers became sufficiently sensitive to these thought currents to discover Yoggoth when the outer ones wish them to do so. But Yoggoth, of course, is only the stepping stone. The main body of beings inhabits strangely organized abysses, wholly beyond the utmost reach of any human imagination. The space-time globule which we recognize as a totality of all cosmic entity is only an atom in the genuine infinity which is theirs. And as much of this infinity as any human brain can hold is eventually to be opened up to me, as it has been to not more than 50 other men since the human race has existed. You will probably call this raving at first, Wilmoth, but in time you will appreciate the titanic opportunity I have stumbled upon. I want you to share as much of it as possible, and to that end, I must tell you thousands of things that won't go on paper. In the past, I have warned you not to come to see me. Now that all is safe, I take pleasure in rescinding that warning and inviting you. Can't you make a trip up here before your college term opens? It would be marvelously delightful if you could. Bring along the phonograph record and all my letters to you as consultative data. We shall need them in piecing together the whole tremendous story. You might bring the Kodak prints too, since I seem to have mislaid the negatives in my own prints in all this recent excitement. But what a wealth of facts I have to add to all this groping and tentative material. And what a stupendous device I have to supplement my additions. Don't hesitate. I am free from espionage now, and you will not meet anything unnatural or disturbing. Just come along and let my car meet you. at the Brattleboro station. Prepare to stay as long as you can and expect many an evening of discussion of things beyond all human conjuncture. Don't tell anyone about it, of course, for this matter must not get to the promiscuous public. The train service to Brattleboro is not bad. You can get a timetable in Boston. Take the B&M to Greenfield and then change for the brief remainder of the way. I suggest you're taking the convenient 4:10 p.m. standard from Boston. This gets into Greenfield at 7:35, and at 9:19 a train leaves there which reaches Brattleboro at 10:01. That is weekdays. Let me know the date and I'll have my car on hand at the station. Pardon this typed letter, but my handwriting has grown shaky of late, as you know, and I don't feel equal to long stretches of script. I got this new corona in Brattleboro yesterday. It seems to work very well. Awaiting word and hoping to see you shortly with the phonograph records and all my letters and the Kodak prints. I am yours in anticipation, Henry W. Akeley. To Albert N. Wilmarth, Esquire, Miskatonic University, Akron, Massachusetts. I don't know if we should believe that that's him. Oh no. The complexity of my emotions upon reading, rereading, and pondering over this strange and unlooked for letters is past adequate description. I have said that I was at once relieved and made uneasy, but this expresses only crudely the overtones of diverse and largely subconscious feelings which comprised both the relief and the uneasiness. To begin with, the thing was so antipodally as at variance with the whole chain of horrors preceding it. And there's our hour reminder. The change of mood from stark terror to cool complacency and even the exultation was so unheralded, lightning-like, and complete. I could scarcely believe that a single day could so alter the psychological perspective of one who had written that final frenzied bulletin of Wednesday, no matter what relieving disclosure that day might have brought. At certain moments, a sense of conflicting unrealities made me wonder whether this whole distantly reported drama of fantastic forces were not a kind of half-illusionary dream, created largely within my own mind. Then I thought of the phonograph record and gave way to still greater bewilderment. The letter seemed so unlike anything which could have been expected. As I analyzed my impression, I saw it consisted of two distinct phrases. First, granting that Akeley had been sane before and was still sane, the indicated change in the situation itself was so swift and unthinkable. And secondly, the change in Akeley's own manner, attitude, and language was so vastly beyond the normal or the predictable. The man's whole personality seemed to have undergone an insidious mutation, a mutation so deep that one could scarcely reconcile his two aspects with the superstition that both represented equal sanity. Word choice, spelling, all were subtly different. And with my academic sensitivity to prose style, I could trace profound divergences in his commonest reactions and rhythm responses. Certainly, the emotional cataclysm or revelation which could produce so radically an overturn must be an extreme one indeed. Yet in another way, the letter seemed quite characteristic of Akeley. The same old passion for infinity, the same old scholarly inquisitiveness. I could not for a moment, or more than a moment, credit the idea of sporadicness or malign superstition. Oh, sorry, spurriness. Did not the invitation, the willingness to have me test the truth of the letter in person, prove its genuineness? I did not retire Saturday night, but sat up thinking of the shadows and marvels behind the letter I had received. My mind, aching from the quick succession of monstrous conception it had been forced to confront during the last 4 months, worked upon this startling new material in a cycle of doubt and acceptance which repeated most of the steps experienced in facing the earlier wonders. Till long before dawn, a burning interest and curiosity had begun to replace the original storm of perplexity and uneasiness. Mad or sane, metamorphized or merely relieved, the chances were that Akeley had actually encountered some stupendous change of perspective in his hazardous research. Some change at once diminishing his danger, real or fancied, and opening dizzying new vistas of cosmic and superhuman knowledge. My own zeal for the unknown flared up to meet his, and I felt myself touched by the contagion of the morbid barrier breaking. To shake off the maddening and wearying limitations of time and space and natural law, to be linked with the vast outside, to come close to the nighted and abysmal secrets of the infinite and the ultimate. Surely such a thing was worth the risk of one's life, soul, and sanity. And Akeley had said there was no longer any peril. He had invited me to visit him instead of warning me away as before. I tingled at the thought of what he might now have to tell me. There was an almost paralyzing fascination in the thought of sitting in that lonely and lately begulged farmhouse with a man who had talked with actual emissaries from outer space. Sitting there with the terrible record and the pile of letters in which Akeley had summarized his earlier conclusions. So, late Sunday morning, I telegraphed Akeley that I would meet him in Brattleboro on the following Wednesday, September 12th, if that date were convenient for him. In only one respect did I depart from his suggestion, and that concerned the choice of a train. Frankly, I did not feel like arriving in that haunted Vermont region late at night, so instead of accepting the train he chose, I telephoned the station and devised another arrangement. By rising early and taking the 8:07 a.m. standard in Boston, I could catch the 9:25 from Greenfield, arriving there at 12:22 noon. This connected exactly with the train reaching Brattleboro at 1:08 p.m., a much more comfortable hour than 10:01 for meeting Akeley and riding with him into the close-packed, secret-guarded hills. I mentioned this choice in my telegram, and was glad to learn in the reply which came toward evening that it had met with my prospective host's endorsement. His wire ran thus: "Arrangement satisfactory. Will meet 1/8 train Wednesday. Don't forget record and letters and prints. Keep destination quiet. Expect great revelations. Akeley." Receipt of this message in direct response to one sent to Akeley, and necessarily delivered to his house from the Townsend station, either by official messenger or by a restored telephone service, removed any lingering subconscious thoughts I may have had about the authorship of the perplexing letter. My relief was marked, indeed. It was greater than I could account for at the time, since all such doubts had been rather deeply buried. But I slept soundly and long that night, and was busy with preparations during the ensuing 2 days. Chapter 6. On Wednesday, I started as agreed, taking with me a valise full of simple necessities and scientific data, including hideous phonographic record, the Kodak prints, and the entire file of Akeley's correspondence. As requested, I had told no one where I was going, for I could see that the matter demanded utmost privacy, even allowing for its most favorable turns. The thought of actual mental contact with alien, outside entities was so stupefying enough to my most trained and somewhat prepared mind, and this being so, what might one think of its effect on the vast masses of uninformed laymen? I do not know whether dread or adventurous expectancy was upmost in me as I changed trains at Boston and began the long westward run out of the familiar regions into those I knew less thoroughly: Waltham, Concord, Ayr, Fitchburg, Gardner, Athol. My train reached Greenfield 7 minutes late, but the northbound connecting express had been held. Transferring in haste, I felt a curious breathlessness as the cars rumbled on through the early afternoon sunlight into territories I had always read of, but had never before visited. I knew I was entering an altogether old-fashioned and more primitive New England than the mechanized, urbanized coastal and southern areas where all my life had been spent. An unspoiled, ancestral New England, without the foreigners and factory smoke, billboards and concrete roads, of the sections which modernity had touched. There would be odd survivals of that continuous native life, whose deep roots make it the one authentic outgrowth of the landscape, the continuous native life which keeps alive strange ancient memories and fertilizes the soil for shadowy, marvelous, and seldom mentioned beliefs. Now and then I saw the blue Connecticut River gleaming in the sun, and after leaving Northfield we crossed it. Ahead loomed green and cryptical hills, and when the conductor came around, I learned that I was at last in Vermont. He told me to set my watch back an hour, since the Northern Hill country will have no dealings with new fangled daylight time schemes. As I did so, it seemed to me that I was likewise turning the calendar back a century. The train kept close to the river, and across in New Hampshire I could see the approaching slope of steep Wantisquat, about which singular old legends cluster. Then streets appeared on my left, and a green island showed in the stream on my right. People rose and filed to the door, and I followed them, and filed to the door. The car stopped, and I aligned beneath the long train shed of the Brattleboro station. Looking over the line of the waiting motors, I hesitated a moment to see which one might turn out to be the Akeley Ford. But my identity was defined before I could take the initiative. And yet it was clearly not Akeley himself who advanced to meet me with an outstretched hand and a mellowly phrased query as to whether I was indeed Mr. Albert N. Wilmarth of Arkham. This man bore no resemblance to the bearded, grizzled Akeley of the snapshot, but was a younger and more urban person, fashionably dressed, and wearing only a small dark mustache. His cultivated voice had an odd and almost disturbing hint of vague familiarity, though I could not definitely place it in my memory. As I surveyed him, I heard him explaining that he was a friend of my prospective host, who had come down from the Townsend in his steed. Akeley, he declared, had suffered a sudden attack of some asthmatic problem, and did not feel equal to making a trip in the outdoor air. It was not serious, however, and there was to be no change in plans regarding my visit. I could not make out just how much this Mr. Noyes, as he announced himself, knew of Akeley's research and discoveries, though it seemed to me that his casual manner stamped him as a comparative outsider. Remembering what a hermit Akeley had been, I was a trifle surprised at the ready availability of such a friend, but did not let my puzzlement deter me from entering the motor to which he gestured me. It was not the small ancient car I had expected from Akeley's description, but a large and immaculate specimen of recent pattern, apparently Noyes's own, and bearing Massachusetts license plates with the amusing sacred codfish device of that year. My guide, I concluded, must be a summer transit in the Townsend region. Noyes climbed into the car beside me and started it at once. I was glad that he did not overflow with conversation, for some particular atmospheric tensity made me feel disinclined to talk. The town seemed very attractive in the afternoon sunlight as we swept up an incline and turned to the right into the main street. It drowsed like the older New England cities, which one remembers from boyhood, and something in the collocation of roofs and steeples and chimneys and brick walls formed contours touching deep, vile strings of ancestral emotion. I could tell that I was at the gateway of a region half bewitched through the piling up of unbroken time accumulations, a region where old, strange things have had a chance to grow and linger because they have never been stirred up. As we passed out of Brattleboro, my sense of constraint and foreboding increased, for a vague quality in the hill-crowd countryside, with its towering, threatening, close-pressing green and granite slopes, hinted at obscure secrets and immemorial survivors which might or might not be hostile to mankind. For a time, our course followed a broad, shallow river, which flowed down from unknown hills in the north, and I shivered when my companion told me it was the West River. It was in that stream, I recalled from the newspaper items, that one of the morbid crab-like beings had been seen floating after the floods. Gradually, the country around us grew wilder and more deserted. Archaic covered bridges lingered fearsomely out of the past and in pockets of the hills, and the half-abandoned railway track paralleling the river seemed to exhale a nebulously visible air of desolation. There were awesome sweeps of vivid valley, where great cliffs rose, New England's virgin granite showing gray and austere through the verdure that scaled the crest. There was gorges where the unimagined secrets of 1,000 pathless peaks. Branching away now and then were narrow, half-concealed roads that bored their way through solid, luxuriant masses of forest among whose primal trees whole armies of elemental spirits might well lurk. As I saw these, I thought of how Akeley had been molested by unseen agencies on his drive along this very route, and did not wonder that such things could happen. The quaint, slightly village of Newfane, reached in less than an hour, was our last link with that world which man can definitely call his own by virtue of conquest and complete occupancy. After that, we cast off all allegiance to immediate, tangible, and time-touched things, and entered a fantastic world of hushed unreality, in which the narrow, ribbon-like road rose and fell and curved, with an almost sentient and purposeful caprice, amid the tintless green peaks and half-deserted valleys. Except for the sound of the motor, the faint stir of the few lonely farms we passed at infrequent intervals, the only thing that reached my ears was the gurgling, insidious trickle of strange waters from numberless hidden fountains in the shadowy woods. The nearest and intimacy of the dwarfed, domed hills now became vertibly breathtaking. Their steepness and abruptness were even greater than I had imagined from hearsay, and suggested nothing in common with the prosaic, objective world we know. The dense, unvisited woods on those inaccessible slopes seemed to harbor alien and incredible things, and I felt that the very outline of the hills themselves held some strange and aeon-forgotten meaning, as if they were vast hieroglyphs left by a rumored Titan race whose glories lived only in rare deep dreams. All the legends of the past, and all the stupefying imputations of Henry Ackley's letters and exhibits welled up in my memory to heighten the atmosphere of tension and growing menace. The purpose of my visit and the frightful abnormalities it postulated struck at me all at once with a chill sensation that nearly overbalanced my ardor for strange delvings. My guide must have noticed my disturbed attitude, for as the road grew wider and more irregular, and our motion slower and more jolting, his occasional pleasant comments expanded into a steadier flow of discourse. He spoke of the beauty and weirdness of the country, and revealed some acquaintance with the folklore studies of my prospective host. From his polite questions, it was obvious that he knew I had come for a scientific purpose, and that I was bringing data of some importance. But he gave no sign of accepting the depth and awfulness of the knowledge which Akeley had finally reached. His manner was so cheerful, normal, and urban that his remarks ought to have calmed and reassured me. But oddly enough, I felt only the more disturbed as we bumped and veered onward into the unknown wilderness of hills and woods. At times, it seemed as if he were pumping me to see what I knew of the monstrous secrets of the place. And with every fresh utterance, that vague, teasing, baffling familiarity in his voice increased. It was not an ordinary or healthy familiarity, despite the thoroughly wholesome and cultivated nature of the voice. I somehow linked it with the forgotten nightmares, and felt that I might go mad if I recognized it. If any good excuse had existed, I think I would have turned back from my visit. As it was, I could not well do so, and it occurred to me that a cool scientific conversation with Akeley himself after my arrival would help greatly to pull me together. Besides, there was a strangely calming element of cosmic beauty in the hypnotic landscapes through which we were climbing, through which we climbed and plunged fantastically. Time had lost itself in the labyrinths behind, and around us stretched only the flowering waves of fairy and the recaptured loveliness of vanished centuries. The hoary groves and the untainted pastures, edged with gay autumnal blossoms, and at vast intervals the small brown farmsteads, nestling amidst huge trees beneath the vertical precipices of fragrant briar and meadow grass. Even the sunlight assumed a supernal glamour, as if some special atmosphere or exaltation mantled the whole region. I had seen nothing like it before, save in the magic vistas that sometimes form the backgrounds of Italian primitives. Sodoma and Leonardo convinced such expanses, but only in the distance and through the vaultings of Renaissance arcades. We were now burrowing bodily through the mist of the picture, and I seemed to find in its necromancy a thing I had innately known or inherited, and for which I had always been vainly searching. Suddenly, after rounding an obtuse angle at the top of a sharp ascent, the car came to a standstill. On my left, across a well-kept lawn which stretched to the road and flaunted a border of whitewashed stone, rose a white 2.5-story house of unusual size and elegance for the region, with contours of contagious or arcade-linked barns, sheds, and windmill behind and to the right. I recognized it at once from the snapshot I had received, and was not surprised to see the name of Henry Ackley on the galvanized iron mailbox near the road. For some distance back of the house, a level stretch of marshy and sparsely wooded land extended, beyond which soared a steep, thickly forested hillside, ending with a jagged, leafy crest. This latter, I knew, was the summit of Dark Mountain, halfway up which we must have climbed already. Alighting from the car and taking my valise, Noyes asked me to wait while he went in and notified Akeley of my advent. He himself, he added, had important business elsewhere, and could not stop for more than a moment. As he briskly walked up the path to the house, I climbed out of the car myself, wishing to stretch my legs a little before settling down to a sedentary conversation. My feeling of nervousness and tension had risen to a maximum again, now that I was on the actual scene of the morbid belingering described so hauntingly in Akeley's letters. And I honestly dreaded the coming discussions which were to link me with such alien and forbidden worlds. Close contact with the utterly bizarre is often more terrifying than inspiring, and it did not cheer me to think that this very bit of dusty road was the place where those monstrous tracks and that fitted green ichor had been found after moonless nights of fear and death. Idly, I noticed that none of Akeley's dogs seemed to be about. Had he sold them all as soon as the outer ones made peace with him? Try as I might, I could not have the same confidence in the depth and sincerity of that peace which appeared in Akeley's final and queerly different letter. After all, he was a man of much simplicity and with little worldly experience. Was there not, perhaps, Some deep and sinister undercurrent beneath the surface of the new alliance? Led by my thoughts, my eyes turned downward to the powdery road surface which had held such hideous testimonies. The last few days had been dry, and tracks of all sorts cluttered the rutted, irregular highway despite the unfrequented nature of the district. With a vague curiosity, I began to trace the outline of some of the heterogeneous impressions, trying meanwhile to curb the flights of macabre fancy which the place and its memories suggested. There was something menacing and uncomfortable in the funeral stillness and the muffled, subtle trickle of distant brooks, and in the crowding green peaks and black-wooded precipices that choked the narrow horizon. And then an image shot into my consciousness which made those vague menaces and flights of fancy seem mild and insignificant indeed. I have said that I was scanning the miscellaneous prints in the road with a kind of idle curiosity, but all at once that curiosity was shockingly terror. For though the dusty tracks were in general confused and overlapping, and unlikely to arrest any casual gaze, my restless vision had caught certain detail near the spot where the path to the house joined the highway, and had recognized beyond doubt or hope the frightful significance of those details. It was not for nothing, alas, that I had pored for hours over the Kodak views of the outer ones, claw prints which Akeley had sent. Too well did I know the marks of those loathsome nippers, and that hint of ambiguous direction which stamped the horrors as no creatures of this planet. No chance had been left me for merciful mistake. Here, indeed, in objective form before my own eyes, and surely made not many hours ago, were at least 3 marks which stood out blasphemously among the surprising plethora of blurred footprints leading to and from the Akeley farmhouse. They were the hellish tracks of the living fungi from Yogoth. I pulled myself together in time to stifle a scream. After all, what more was there than I might have expected, assuming that I had really believed Akeley's letters? He had spoken of making peace with the things. Why then was it strange that some of them had visited his house? But the terror was stronger than the reassurance. Could any man be expected to look unmoved from the first time upon the claw marks of animate beings from outer depths of space? Just then I saw Noyes emerge from the door and approach with a brisk step. I must, I reflected, keep command of myself, for the chances were that this genial friend knew nothing of Akeley's profoundness and most stupendous probing into the forbidden. Akeley, Noyes hastened to inform me, was glad and ready to see me, although his sudden attack of asthma would prevent him from being a very competent host for a day or two. These spells hit him hard when they came, and were always accompanied with a debilitating fever and general weakness. He never was good for much while they lasted, had to talk in a whisper, and was very clumsy and feeble in getting about. His feet and ankles swelled too, so that he had to bandage them like a gouty old beef eater. Today, he was in a rather bad shape, so that I would have to attend very largely to my own needs. But he was none the less eager for conversation. I would find him in the study at the left of the front hall, the room where the blinds were shut. He had to keep the sunlight out when he was ill, for his eyes were very sensitive. As Noyes bade me adieu and rode off northward in his car, I began to walk slowly towards the house. The door had been left ajar for me, but before approaching and entering, I cast a searching glance around the whole place, trying to decide what had struck me as so intangibly queer about it. The barns and sheds looked trimly prosaic enough, and I noticed Akeley's battered Ford in its capacious, unguarded shelter. Then the secret of the queerness reached me. It was the total silence. Ordinarily, a farm is at least moderately murmurous from its various kinds of livestock. But here, all signs of life were missing. What of the hens and the dogs? The cows, of which Akeley had said he possessed several, might conceivably be out to pasture, and the dogs might possibly have been sold. But the absence of any trace of cackling or grunting was truly singular. I did not pause long on the path, but resolutely entered the open house door and closed it behind me. It had cost me a distinct psychological effort to do so, and now that I was shut inside, I had a momentary longing for precipitate retreat. Not that the place was in the least sinister in visual suggestion. On the contrary, I thought the graceful late colonial hallway very tasteful and wholesome, and admired the evident breeding of the man who had furnished it. What made me wish to flee was something very attenuated and indefinable. Perhaps it was a certain odd odor which I thought I noticed, though I well knew how common musty odors are in even the best of ancient farmhouses. Right, we're going to take a small break, and then we'll start chapter 7 when I get back. Up, up, up. All right, we're back. We are on chapter 7. I think there's only 2 more chapters left. I have so many questions in my mind. It's been so hard to not stop and be like, don't go. Tell someone where you're going. Oh, man. Oh, are you enjoying the story? I hope. I like the slow build up of the way that Lovecraft writes his stories. I'm glad. All right, we'll give a moment for everyone to get resettled. Yes, it was only a break. It was only a break, honey. That's always our break scene. It's that's not our out stream our scene. That's we're taking a break. So if you ever see that with Luminaris, that's you guys in your battle form. That's just a break. Hmm. But I will give a moment for everyone to get re-cosified. Let yourself get rested again. And then we will proceed. Oh, so that scene is basically, yeah, that's so. I don't, can I open it right now? Where's mine? So if you go to my webpage and you visit our lore, the realm that we exist in is called Somnium, and it's the realm of where dreams and nightmares exist. And we are a guardian of that realm. And part of part of my duties is to fight various nightmares. And so that's, remember when we were talking the other day and I was saying that I want to write these stories about different nightmares and how we fight the nightmares. And it won't all just be focused on nightmares. Like there will be things in there about dreams and helping, dreamers with their dreams in the dream realm and things like that. Like there's different areas of Somnium. Like there's like a garden. Yeah, it's all a part of my lore. There's a maze that people walk through. There's it's really beautiful, like the map that I have in my mind for the world building that I've done. And so when Luminaris and I, when this little purple bunny that you guys is like character goes to fight the nightmares, he turns into that very scary big, like think of almost like a hare, and he becomes like this big black bunny with red eyes, which is what you see my chibi model holding. And we fight these, they're called Shadowborn. That's what we call the nightmares here. Or mean people in in chat, if we ever have that, they will be referred to as a Shadowborn. And we banish them from Somnium. So that scene was basically like the scene of a nightmare and like the effects that it has on the world. But I also really love oh man, why can't I think of the artist's name? I was just talking about him the other day. Um Not Van Gogh. I gosh, I've been to his museum and everything. Not Dolly. Oh, come on. He's got like the melting clock painting that people are more familiar with. But it's a kind of like a nod and a tribute to that artist, since I was really happy that the artist that I commissioned, Zermi, was really enthusiastic about adding these different layers of, what is the concept of a nightmare? Like, what does a nightmare look like? And how does that appear when it's like awakening within, the dream realm? So it's everything has a meaning in Somnium. So yeah, but take a chance if you ever want to know more about Somnium or about myself, and look at the lore on my page. It's really I think it was really probably one of the my like fondest memories about creating my OC and the world that we live in and everything. It was really, really exciting to do. So yeah, I wanted to have a place that was a really nice visual, and when I do, I told myself that we're gonna start having like sit with me co-working streams so I can sit down and do writing for the stories. And then we'll take, little breaks in between my writing and hang out and play like um I'll try to see if there's like games that we could all play together that will be like things that can be done for a short stream. Is my OC loosely based on my appearance, or is it a representation of my personality? Outside of her being melanated, everything else, it actually has a meaning to something that's very important to me. It's a representative of me. No, my character is not a representative of you. But yeah, like everything, like the butterflies are also a part of my lore. I'm just here being my mod. No, but the butterflies, they're a part of my lore as well. They actually go into the dream realm and go to different dreamers, and if dreamers are having nightmares, they come back to me and notify me. My jewelry that you see around like my chest and around my leg, when we're having a battle with different nightmares, that actually transforms into a weapon. You look cute. Very cute. My cloud is not just something nice that I sit upon. It actually helps me in battle as well because it's like transport. My robe, it is used for creating illusions and dream walking, so it helps me to walk in between the veil of the dream world and reality to be able to help dreamers. Like there's a lot of lore. There's a lot. My book not only holds stories to read to help dreamers sleep, but they also hold different, which is what you see on the the waiting scene for the break. It also holds different magic incantations that are used during battle to conquer the nightmares. So yeah, no sleep. You look cute. Thanks for the sentiment, but unfortunately, this appearance does not correlate to my actual appearance. Remember, I'm a vent slime goop. So yeah, it mostly it correlates. There's a lot of stuff that correlates to my lore and my design of my model. So yeah, even like the fieriness of my eyes. So everything has some semblance and meaning. Mm-hmm. Good question, honey. So yeah, check out check out my um I'll post the link again. And there's all of our lore. I even have stats. So I can't wait to sit down to do the writing. It's really going to help with not just world building, but I'll be able to read them, the different chapters together. Um, and I really, before, I think it's funny because I had not, I think I've only known about the podcast, the horror podcast, the Magnus Archive that we're reading. I've only been listening to it, I'd say, for not even the last month. And a lot of my stories, they're based on different types of fear and how to address those fears. So it's really kind of like, I feel like it's meant to be to come upon that podcast because I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this taps into some of the writing that I've been doing, and it's giving me more ideas. So I'm really inspired. I'm re-inspired more with my writing by listening to the podcast, and outside of really enjoying it, it is just, it's almost kind of like a kick in the butt to be like, okay, like, because I kind of felt silly a little bit. There's our hour reminder. At our 10-hour reminder, we like to remind everyone to get ready to close down for the night. So please make sure that your doors are locked at home. If it's time for you to take medication, please go ahead and take a moment to go take your nighttime or PM meds. And if you're going to be here for the rest of the evening to fall asleep with us, make sure that you turn your screen brightness down as well and have your phone plugged up if you're on your phone. And already 200 episodes. I know there's a lot to be inspired by, though. It's so good. Night, you say. I know, morning for you, my dear. Okay. For my babies who are across the world, if it is time for you to be beginning your day, I hope that your coffee is hot, but just warm enough for you to drink it so you don't have to wait. If it's time for you to start your day, please make sure that you're taking your any moon viewers. If it's time for you to start your day, please make sure you're taking your vitamins to start your day with. My coffee is ice cold. And I hope that the beginning of your day is absolutely wonderful. And I hope that your dreams were pleasant. And thank you for being here. Mwah. What time is it on the dark side of the moon? Mm. Yes, we're catching everybody. If you're going to bed, if you're waking up. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see. I'm debating if we're going to read much more or if we should listen to some of the one or two episodes of the podcast because my voice is kind of going and I don't want to get halfway through the chapter because the last couple chapters are pretty long. Um, we have about another 20 pages. We know voice. You know voice. We're all just here silently together. No, I've been talking a lot today, so my voice is a little strained. So, but we can try to read. Mm, let's see. It's been about two. I read so much longer last time. I don't know. My voice is like tired tonight. I think we'll stop for tonight, and read. I'll finish the book tomorrow, and then we'll have our question after. But I will talk about the question that I want you to think about before we begin reading. But let's go ahead and listen to a couple episodes of the Magnus Archive, and then we'll end stream for today. I will post the link. We're on episode 5. Everybody say good night, Luminaris. Good night, my little Loomies. Now we get to just be with our cup of tea. A cup of tea. And tomorrow we will finish chapter 7 and 8. And let me get the timer as well. And we can leave the rain going as well, because that'll be really nice to have in the background. I'm so proud of you. I know it's really hard. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, here is the link to... I don't know if that... Hold on. I don't know if it's to the entire library, though. Or not the entire library, the entire... Let me go back. Okay. This is the playlist. And we are going to start on episode 5, Thrown Away. Or did we get to episode 5? You still have no voice. Wait, let me fix it. I give you your voice back. There you go.
Voice.
Voice. Okay, yes, we are on episode 5 then. Right? Is that where we stopped at? I feel like we listened to 5 or we
Yes.
stopped. Okay, we are on 5. Okay. Thank you, dear. All right. So we do a countdown and then we'll have the timer on scene. The countdown will be for 5 seconds and then you'll see the timer on the bottom left of the screen. And That'll let you know where we are, and we'll restart the timer at every episode. So, because they're like 20-minute, 20 to 30-minute episodes. So we'll listen to a couple. I think we listened until you said that you were tired. So we'll see when you tell me that you're ready to go to bed. Do you want to stop to get anything? Do you want to stop to get anything before we start? Or are you okay?
I'm okay.
You're okay? All right. Okay. So, timer, we'll count down for 5 seconds and then I'll say go. So, and then we'll start. Episode 5, Thrown Away, the Magnus.
My car is stuck. Oof.
Oh no! Oh, you should be very careful. That snow looked so chunky and beautiful today, though. Please, please,
You
please
in
be
car
safe.
now?
Oh, definitely don't type as well when you're driving.
The Magnus Archives number 5, Thrown Away.
Okay, that's where we are. I'm gonna wait to see if no sleep replies because I want to make sure that they're okay in the car. And then we'll start.
He crashed.
No, don't say that. You're safe. He's a very good driver. But there was a lot of snow today. He can only crash into bed for a nice long sleep, and that's it.
Snow, in March? Where?
Snow in March, where?
I sent a pic.
Oh, I will let him tell you if he wants to tell you where he's located. I don't want to.
So you can see what happened.
Oh no! I don't want to tell anybody's
You can pull it
locations.
up if you want, lol.
I will.
Canada.
I will try to see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can view it.
Emma find you.
I will find you.
Mew ha ha ha.
Let me see. Oh my gosh, I can't believe there's so much more snow again. It looks so pretty though. Um, can you not go forward? Or are you stuck in the middle of the road? I meant to tell you that you should always keep a bag of like cat litter in your trunk just in case you get stuck so you can put it underneath the wheels.
Or salt.
Or salt, yeah.
I will take pick number 2.
Oh, I'm sorry that you're stuck. That's so, that's the worst being stuck in the snow. Not only just for being stuck, but like just being cold in general. You're like, no, my hands can't take this anymore. Let me free. I want to go inside and have something warm to drink. Oh, hmm. If you could get someone to help you, they can rock you from the back and push you out. Especially because you don't want to try to reverse because of the... Oof. Or maybe you could throw it in neutral and try to push it forward yourself. And then you should catch the... be able to catch the eyes. Yeah, I would try to throw it in neutral and push it forward.
Start breathing warm air on the tires.
No.
I don't think it has neutral. Maybe.
What? Wait, are you... Most... I think most cars should have a neutral. Like, even if it's automatic, you should still have a neutral setting. Because when you go through, well, if you go through what's it called?
I'll
What's it?
check once I get gloves.
Um,
Hey Siri, go neutral.
Oh, were we adjusting? Are we still gonna adjust the voice of our Bibu Boppy? Hey Siri, go neutral. What would Siri neutral even sound like? Oh my
Actually
goodness.
sounds like old Siri XD.
It does. It does. But we only have... Oh wait, there's another option. What does your voice sound like?
Forget it has even changed.
Wait, what does the new series sound like then? Oh,
More human.
it sounds less of Viva Boppy now. For shame.
Less evil AI, like the sleep is.
Um, let's see. We can only make the speech speed faster or slower and the speed pitch higher or lower. So if we do... We don't want her to talk faster.
Chipmunk style.
No! Maybe we can lower her voice more. Like, what does the lowest pitch sound like? And then the speed. Let's put the speed all the way down to. What do you sound like?
Speech test.
Oh no. Also, let me change the comment. Hello.
Testing. So slow and low.
Hmm. Okay, that's obviously too slow. We're gonna take it up a notch to 0.5.
Good morning. The earth says hello.
Okay, that sounds a little bit more normal, like more human. And let's make the pitch.
Got to go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Sonic style.
Sonic style. Okay, let's put it the speech at 1 then.
Good morning. The earth says hello.
Oh, that sounds okay. Maybe 6?
Good morning. The earth says hello.
That's
Hello world.
yeah. Um, maybe the pitch. Let's turn the pitch all the way up. What's the difference in the pitches?
Good morning. The earth says hello.
Oh, that sounds kind of cute.
Good morning. The earth says hello.
We almost have it.
Are there other voice packs?
There's only Zero, Mark, and David. And default.
And you just choose the most AI sounding XD. Good morning. The earth says hello.
Maybe it needs to be a little faster. Like, what does speech at 1 sound like?
Good morning. The earth says hello.
It sounds so fast. What about 2?
Good morning. The earth says hello.
No. No.
Good morning. The earth says hello. Speed.
I'm spade. I'm spade. Maybe 1.2.
Good morning. The earth says hello.
And then maybe the pitch at like 1.
Good morning. The earth says hello.
It's starting to still sound like Siri. We can't get away from Siri. Unless we change it to Mark or David.
Good morning. The earth says hello.
I'm trying to get through that like little hump of where it's like da 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 da.
Good morning. The earth says hello.
Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Good morning. The earth says hello. That was a great impression.
I can't do the Siri voice very well. I think my voice is a bit too deep, maybe. Okay, well, I hope you like your voice for now. For now. I'll try to see if I can find other voice packs. I'll have to see if they have that with the one-com system. I love
Voice.
voice.
Yet I'm stuck.
Oh no. Oh, you have your CAA. You can call them. They can get you unstuck. Or you
New.
can go knock on a neighbor's door and see if they would be so kind to help you
Not sure
to.
salt will help.
Yeah,
But
I
I can
would.
try.
Oh, if you have salt, maybe. Um, or
Warm breath, bro. Warm breath.
no. Warm breath in very cold weather is gonna do nothing. It's just gonna fog up your glasses if you're like me and you have glasses.
I am 62 kilograms. I cannot push a car out of an icy hardened ditch in neutral, sadly.
Oh. Hmm. Well, triple A, hopefully maybe, can save the day. It's like the only thing about snow that's poopy. It's beautiful to look at, but horrendous to have to drive in. Unless you have like
Just eat spinach.
just eat spin.
It's. Or.
Have a Popeye moment.
Not snow. It's ice.
Oh, it's ice. Oh, you should call AAA or have a neighbor come and help you. Because you'll need someone if it's the ice then. It looks like it's the snow from the front picture. It looks so powdery. So pretty.
As I said, it's an ice ditch.
Do you want to build a snowman? Sorry.
2 tires tracks hardened in ice. You need to sweet talk to the ice. It will melt from love.
I love your optimism. Hello, sweet ice. Do you mind if you slowly melt away so that I can park my vehicle and get to where I'm going safely? I'd really appreciate it. And you look beautiful today. Thank you for coating the lands with your beautiful white powder. That's how you sweet
I
talk
baby
ice.
ice. How about you melt for me, beautiful?
That was such a fast sweet talk. There's a lot of ice. You gotta talk to it long. Why are we talking about sweet talking ice? Goodness. Uh, well,
XD.
I'm gonna hope that you call someone to help you. But in the meantime, we're gonna start our episode and we'll be on standby for further news about your retrieval out of the ice. Alright, again, we're going to be starting the Magnus Archive, episode number 5, Thrown Away. The countdown begins now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No! Pause it. Why didn't I reset the clock from last time even? Alright, one more time. Because I can't just do it right the first time. Alright. Serious, serious. Reset, reset. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We did it. And we're gonna hope that my dearest Maud gets out of the ice while we become terrified with this
Forgetful
show.
you.
I am. I am and I'm not. It's interesting. You know, the rain sounds are pretty nice with this at the same time.
Moody.
It is. It's perfect. It's perfect. Rubbish.
British.
British. How dare.
Neighbors tried to pull in and pushed me out cause I was blocking the way, but I gotta call the city to get a machine to go through here and clear the ice.
Oh no. That's a lot.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Costs money for you, or the city.
I mean, the city should have to plow anyway.
Sad it's also just your car XD.
I think it's better that it's just one car. Imagine if it was a bunch of them. That would be horrible.
I won't pay.
That's good then.
I parked in a bad spot.
Oh, well then where are you gonna park now?
I don't know.
Hmm.
The front is off limits for no.
Oof.
Waterworks. Waterline repairs.
Oh, that makes sense.
E. T.
Ew.
Baby teeth.
Baby teeth. Even if it was baby teeth, though, a bag with thousands of teeth is what? He said at what greeted her, not who.
Officer returned without their teeth.
Yeah. It wasn't the doll's head. It was the teeth that made me go back and keep watching. What?
Like me.
No. The the bags under your eyes or the energy drinks?
Both.
Aw, you're not sleep
XD.
well, honey. No. You're gonna give me another task to help you sleep better.
The people.
It wouldn't have been the people because they were old. Well, I was gonna say old people could do scary things too. Man.
So weird.
Right? Like, not a tooth, a heart with his name.
What just ends?
I know. Well, outside of the investigation, which we hear at the end. Oh,
Makes sense. Why he would not remember.
how could you not remember that? And then how would it be like? I just got goosebumps. How would it be all the same tooth? I...
I thought I might have been the same tooth actually.
Oh, did you really? Okay, I'm gonna pause it because, well, I'm gonna go forward to the next episode, but I'm gonna pause the timer. But how would you think that it would be the same tooth? Like, why would you think that? What made you even think that? Like, I guess I don't understand why would it be the same tooth? And what did he say? Like 2700 T? That's so much. And would that be the same tooth from the
Just
same?
at the very end, it just poked in
Oh,
my head.
okay. I thought there was some kind of a clue or something that I missed because I just don't see how it would be the same. And I was thinking maybe something matched up with
Maybe
like,
it was a cast.
yeah, like a cast. Oh, then that would make sense for the heart because then he would have cast the heart. Hmm. You know what I want us to do though? I was thinking about this while we were listening, and then we'll start the next episode. I want us to, when we finished all of them, to go and see what is the number one liked video from the entire series. Like which episode got the most likes. I think that'll probably take some time to, because you have to open up every single one of them. But I want to see, I want to know which one people liked the
All
most.
200?
All 200. I want to know which one people liked the most. Like at the time that when we finish them, obviously, because people are still actively listening to them. These are like from nine, well, the ones that we're at right now are from 9 years ago. So I want to know which one people really enjoyed the most from the entire series. But I'm gonna get a piece of chocolate and then we're gonna start the next one. We're on number 6, Squirm. I'm so excited. I thought I had eaten all of my caramel chocolates. I have one left. Okay.
One single piece of chocolate.
Yeah, just one. Why? Should I have more? Just one. But he's like, no, you need to eat a lot more than that.
How can you just miss one? Random XD.
I don't know. Have you ever had like the Lindt chocolates that have the filling of more chocolate on the inside? Like, I think it's quite a lot. So one seems to be kind of good. If you eat
Yes,
more
I
than
eat everything.
yes, I eat everything. I'm glad to be in company with another fellow foodie. Love food down. How can you only eat one? It's not like it's a Pringle.
Even the packaging.
No! Please don't eat the packaging. You're gonna make me worry for you. Mm, you're so silly.
No, how do they task like?
Mm, it's like nice soft milk chocolate on the outside, and then when you bite into it, like a flood of caramel and milk coats your tongue. It's really good. Unless you're talking about the packaging, and then in that case, I don't know. I am not sure. All right. Are you ready, wrapper eater? You better not be eating wrapper. Um,
Yes, packaging.
no.
Duh.
You better not. It's like the metal paper. That's not good for you. Also, we're gonna hope that Sleep found a good parking spot. I was gonna tell him that he might just have to park around the corner from where he lives and walk for the evening. I always like wonder when they do that, like if they're doing construction on your road, how they account for people who have street parking. Like, where do you park at? Especially if your house doesn't have a garage, a garage. All right, we are going to start episode 6, Squirm. And the
Who
time.
skin?
Oh, oh, sorry. It's just a question that popped into my mind when he was mentioning that he wouldn't be able to park because
We
they're
have back
doing.
parking.
Oh, well, no. Hey, isn't the back parking where you were trying to just park that was icy? Or did I not
Got a
look?
garage. It's just so bad here.
Oh, well, yeah, that
Yes,
was
I got stuck there.
it's a lot of snow. I'm glad you got out though. All right.
I'm shoveling snow to make it drivable.
Oh, you're out right now shoveling. Oh my goodness. Warm up your little hands. All right. Episode 6.
I have work in the morning, it has to be done, lol.
Oh no. Oof. Worst case scenario, Uber. But yeah.
God be with you.
Man. Beep Boppy, why didn't you like that message? Nothing wrong with it. Okay. Episode 6. Countdown begins now. 5, 4, 3,
Buddha be with you.
2, 1, go. Buddha be with you and all. Buddha, God, Krishna, Allah, who are we missing from the crew? There is an actual anime about
Odin.
the Buddha, an Odin, yes.
Thor XD.
Thor, yes. There's an anime about the Buddha and Jesus living together as roommates, and I need to watch it. I think it would be so funny. All right, let me put my scary face on, or my scared face, more so. I just realized he talked about somebody dying in the very beginning.
Can we end after this one?
Of course, dear. You ready to go to bed? I'm glad.
Please.
Okay. This one also, thankfully, is a short one. And there's our hour reminder.
Love at first sight.
We met on the dance floor. Oh.
Ice cold water.
Your favorite drink.
And then she lost her teeth.
That's where all the teeth went.
You
Uh,
they are kissing.
they're kissing.
E.
Ew. Wow.
Worms, eat.
Bleh.
I feel gross. Organic matter?
Like bugs.
It's not her. Is it?
I don't know. I was thinking it was the bugs. And not her. Unless she was turned into the bugs. Well, the worms, not bugs, but
Yes, she was replaced.
so she was the bugs. She was the worms.
By freaking bugs.
Ugh. And he just I, I don't want to imagine it. I don't want to imagine it. Oh, because it did say that she was pitted. So the worms took over her flesh and everything. My hands are like tucked underneath my chin right now.
Maybe
Oh.
they wore her skin.
Well, so okay. So when she was hit, when she felt like she was stabbed, the woman in the red dress had to have put the worms in her somehow. And so when he said that he was laying on her shoulder and he felt something move, they were moving inside of her. But he said
That's when they entered.
yeah, but but he he said that it sounded like a wet egg hit the floor. So they were over 3 days essentially. She was carrying these eggs. Okay, my body is itchy.
I sent a pic.
Oh, oh, good job.
Reproduce. Progress so far.
Oh, I hope you're not gonna do the whole thing. Hopefully the city will come before then.
Shovelin.
Shoveling. Yeah, that's a lot. But yeah, that's she was carrying the worm egg and then it took over her whole body. But then he said at the end that if he did sleep with her, that they need to notify the police.
Got a problem showing on stream this sleep.
Oh, he's sending pictures. Oh, you want me to show a picture of the alleyway? But it sounds well, yeah, at the end he said that if the guy did sleep with her, that they need to get a hold of him. So I wonder if something is going to happen to him as well. I didn't catch that. Hmm. Bugums. Buggies. But yeah, I do hope that you don't have to shovel the entire, like, alleyway. That's a lot. And hopefully they'll come by morning. Or at least you can
And they
park
lay
somewhere.
dormant.
Well, I don't know if they were laying dormant because he said that they were moving around. He said that they were squiggling around and stuff. So, mm.
No, they will not come.
Oh, they won't. Oh, I would park somewhere that you're not gonna have to worry about it for
They
tonight.
take calls from 9 to 5.
Oh, well, I would park somewhere tonight where you don't have to worry
I have
about.
work at 10.
Yeah, I would park somewhere tonight.
10 a.m.
Yes, 10 a.m. I understand. But I would park somewhere tonight where you don't have to um be back there. That's, I don't know. And
I
because it,
don't know if I won't get towed.
oh, hmm. I mean, street parking should be free for anyone.
So I'll just fill the part that's really deep and where I need to pull in and out.
Ugh.
Nasleep, could she show?
Oh, yeah. Mia wants to know if it's okay if you show the, if I show the
Yeah, but in
picture.
front of a stranger's house?
I mean, yeah.
Yes, she
Just,
can show.
just think about people
I don't mind.
who come and visit someone like from out of town. You know, like they they just park anywhere. You don't have to have a parking pass to park on the street. That would be pretty harsh. Okay, let's see how big this is gonna be. Hold on. Uh, oh, why won't you just let me drop it?
I filled quite a lot now, I should be good anyways.
Oh.
I'll keep filling cause I'm a perfectionist.
Oh my goodness. It's so much.
Nice.
Well, I will cheer for you, I suppose.
XD.
Okay, let me see. Is it showing? There we go. There. Yay! That's a lot. Do you wanna build a snowman? But you can see how deep the, like if you look where the the tracks for the tires are, you can see how deep the snow is. It's pretty bad.
Canada still got snow. like a mythical land.
Like a mythical land. Well, the area that he
I
is
filled the
in.
part behind my car and in that area.
Oh, you filled all that already? Okay. Man, you could take the snow that's over by the fence if you need more and just pack that. Sorry, you
Once
can
again,
pack that
streamer,
down.
it's not snow, it's rock hard solid ice.
Sorry. Oh, the
Snow is
ice.
easy.
Well, I guess you could take some of the. What is it? Is it hard ice against the
The one at the
fence?
fence is ice too.
It's ice too, darn. Oh.
Those piles are rock.
You would need like a metal shovel to be able to break that down.
I need to scoop up fresh fall.
Yeah.
Like packed snow, that AHS become ice?
Yeah.
Thankfully it's snowing RN.
Oh my goodness. It's been snowing all day there then. Also, you couldn't see my tail before on this model, but you can see a little bit now. We have a
Nickels
tail too.
melted and solidified and again, yes.
Again and again. But yes, we have a tail on both models. You just normally can't see because we're always so close normally.
XD. You were an ox?
I am an oxkin, yes.
Good workout though, haha.
It is a good workout, actually.
She's a cow, yes. Cow.
Moo. Moo moo.
Oxkin?
Well, yes, oxkin. The K-I-N at the end
like
is...
humanoid co.
Yeah. There you go. Kin is in relation to, but yes, it humanizes it a bit. Ba, ba, ba. But my dear, I will go ahead and turn down stream then, so that way you can get your rest. But we will be back here again tomorrow.
I'm humankin.
You're humankin.
I guess.
Well, you said you're cold-blooded, so are you? Or are you arachnid?
Oh yes, lizard man.
Yeah.
I live in caves.
But you also said you're a vampire too. He's like, I'm everything. I wouldn't be lycan, that's werewolves and
Oh she.
and vampire.
I'm too much okay.
You're everything.
I'm the universe.
I am the entire everything. I am the beginning and the end. No. But thank you for spending time here today. We're almost done with our book. That's it. His stories are so nice. I really like them a
I'm
lot.
Buddha.
You are the Buddha. Become one with the all-knowing Buddha. Namaste. I am
FYI, I am in fact stomping to compact the snow.
You are a hard-working man. Very hard-working indeed.
And mix in pebbled ice for rigidity, haha.
Well, you'll be ready to go in the morning.
Smart.
Wow. All right, before my voice absolutely disappears and then I can't say goodnight. Good night, good night, good night, good night, my dears. I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to download our sweet app from Pulse. And one more time before we go, the monthly code that's going to change in 2 days because we're already at the end of the month is 1223-4730. 1223-4730. And look for cute little messages from me
I'll
on
message
there.
you.
My sweet tethers. Alright, dear. But
OMG codes?
yes, there's a code to get into the Pulse app. Also, I
An
always
arc.
forget I forget to do this. Our beginning stream
Mira
message
arc.
is usually mash
Would be
mushi
cool.
mushi mashi, and then when we get ready
Mushy
to
moshi.
when we get ready to close stream, it's Oyasumira. So Oyasumira like this.
Oi is Mira.
Or like this. Which way did I spell it?
Oi is Sumira.
And now I gotta go
What
look.
they mean?
Mashi mashi in Japanese is what you say when you pick up the phone. And oyasumi is good night in Japanese. So you can say oyasumi to say good
Oi
night.
is Sumi.
Or sweet dreams.
Oh yeah. I remember. Sweet
Mm-hmm.
dreams.
So all of those are also on the all of our other codes as well, or yeah, command prompts. They're all on the front page of our website. So if you ever are wondering what fun things you can type into the chat, and it will all trigger some cute little response. So like you've noticed when you say certain things that certain emotes and things pop up on the screen. There's more of those on
You
the
sit all day writing stuff to yourself to hear the AI voice.
no. I only send test messages to see how she's gonna sound. But I like the to like for if you I think is it like when you talk about going to get a drink, like
Drink.
see how that that shoots little emotes across the screen. It's more stuff like that. And so yeah, there's a
Drink ice
bunch.
cold water.
It makes my tum tum upset. But yes. Oyasumi, oyasumira is what we say when
Oi
it's
is
time to
Imara.
go to sleep. But for some reason, it's not triggering its command. Now I gotta look at it really quickly. Um, why are you not doing your thing? Dum, dum, dum. So yes, our check-in message is Mushi mushi or mushi mushi, mushi mushi.
Oyasumi mushi.
And our good night message. Why isn't it
That
working?
were her name from?
Here. It's all of these. All of these are. Oh, why did you not copy? Is that where my name is from? I wouldn't say. There we go. Copy. I wouldn't say that it's
Oh yeah,
only
it's
that.
all a conspiracy.
It's
Person in bed light skin tone, person in bed medium skin tone, person in bed medium light skin tone, person in bed medium light skin tone. Oyasumi oyasumara asumare good night sweet dreams rest well respite.
all of those are supposed to trigger the message, but for some reason it's not working. Why? Why are you not happy?
Whoa.
She read them so quickly. Um, hmm. I guess I have to go back and look at
That
it.
was a whole rap.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them. I really like these. The one com application is so amazing. It makes me really happy. Um, Maybe it doesn't need to match any of those. Alright, let me try one more time.
Oyasumara.
There we go. I had something clicked accidentally, so now it'll work when you say any of those things. So, um, Mira Mushi.
Oyasumara also me.
Miramushi means a couple of things. So, mira itself in Spanish means to look. So, it plays into my role as a dream siren because I look in from the dream realm Somnium to watch over people's dreams. And by watching over, I'm looking like I'm helping people look into their future for what they want to like create for themselves with their dreams, like what they want to actualize. And then Mushi is more of the comforting side because Mushi is like basically like someone who's mushy, like very comforting, very like nurturing, someone who's like loves to give affection, like I'm a mushy kind of a person. So Miramushi plays into both my role as a dream siren and also my desire to show affection and to care for my dreamers. So it's a very thoughtful name. And then you can shorten it to Mimu. So that way there's like the nickname if you don't want to say the whole thing. So I think it's really, I think it plays well with a lot of different ways that you can break it up. But yeah, that's where my name is from. But yes, oh yeah, Samira also me.
Mimu.
Me and Moon. Yes, that too. Good job. Look. I forgot not is it alliterations? When two things begin with the same letter. Like I like stuff like that. So all right. We're gonna keep talking and you're not gonna go to sleep. So Oyasamira. Oyasumi. Sweet dreams. And I bid you adieu. I will see you all back here again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Sleep well, my dears. Good night. Good night. Good night.